Is packing with you. You too. Welcome back to another installation of Moving the Chains MTC with B Mac and Cage TV. And yeah, man, it's been a wild, wild free agency period. And of course, y'all like, why you ain't in the pack of gear? Why you ain't in pack of gear? Because I'm representing for the Lakers for waxing the Buck ass. No Bron, no problem. But let's move on from that. What's going
Still
on with
not
you,
going to the
TR?
still not going to the playoffs, but
You crazy in your head, man. If you don't see what they doing with the Lakers right now, you got to be blind. But let's get into this. Where we at? Where we at? Hold on. Let's get the banners right. Let's get the banners right. And boom.
it's up to y'all.
A lot
All right.
has going on in free agency today. Um, Technically nobody can be signed until the 13th, but this is the tampering period time right now. As the days go forward, the money drops down significantly. You don't get paid as much money. It's just like the draft. Um so what are your thoughts, B Mac, on what you've seen in free agency so far? Now mind you, today we have two of the highest paid players in free agency in the top 10, with that being the two guys you guys see on the banner, Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney. Josh Jacobs from the Raiders and Xavier McKinney from the New York Giants. I know a lot of Giants fans are pissed off right now, but yeah, man, what's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, just on the Packers or for the whole league.
I mean, you could go either way, Packers or the
Well,
whole.
I'm just gonna go on the Packers because the whole league might take me. Might take
Oh, yeah, we have to say that for
because
another
there was a
day.
lot of moves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure
yeah, yeah.
was.
It was a ton of moves, ton of
Yeah,
interesting
was.
moves. But as far as the Packers, yeah, I mean, it was very interesting, very like a roller coaster to me. Once we got Josh Jacobs, I was excited as hell. We about to have the best running back duo, Jones and Jacobs, and then Jones got released, and then I was shaking my head at that a lot. Not the biggest fan of that move, but we get into, but I get into the details once we start, uh, moving into things. But yeah, I mean, as far as the free agency, what's up, Big Nate? As far as the free agencies we got now. I like the Josh Jacobs one. I thought we overpaid a little bit, in my opinion, but I think look, I think he's gonna give a lot of juice to this offense. I think he's definitely gonna help out in the run game, and and then the other guy we got, Xavier McKinnon. To be honest with you, I don't know too much about him because I don't really pay attention to Giants too much. So I gotta do my research on him and watch his highlights. It sounds like it's a good sign in because a lot of people are talking positive about him. So I so I I gotta do my research on him. But as far as right now, as the gradings, I mean, no, we gotta see what how they do on the field. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because free agency, like who knows? Like I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen, but these guys can be busts. I don't think Josh Jacobs gonna be bust. I think Josh Jacobs gonna produce, but McKinnon is, you know what I mean? Like just because you get free agents doesn't always turn out to be roses. So but I think Goot did a good job. I mean, I think he did a bad job at the same time, but I think as far as
Okay.
getting guys to come help this team, I mean, hey, I mean, the last time he was aggressive like this, we got three defensive players and an offensive lineman. So, it's been a long time since he's dig into his pockets. So,
Um,
that was back in 2019. We got we got the Smith Bros uh, in them. So.
uh, I'm still like on the fence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the Josh Jacobs signing. I get that 100%. I totally agree with him getting Josh Jacobs because if you go back to was it this year or last year? We tried to get Jonathan Taylor. We was trying to
Yeah,
trade
we
to get
did.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor.
yep. I remember, and
That
I'm
that
saying that
was
we should.
that
Okay.
was that to me that was the writings on the wall for Aaron Jones because when I went back and did some research about the Packers drafting Aaron Jones, the
Mhm.
Packers knew that Aaron Jones would regress at his size at the running back position. They knew that there could be a chance that he could get hurt and not be able to recover fast enough for them at the size he was. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
plus, we'll get into all of that later about Aaron Jones and his departure. But just based off the moves of what we see in free agency, this is the kind of thing you need to do if you want to have a potential opportunity at making it to a Super Bowl. You look at the big time free agent signing that the 49ers made with Christian McCaffrey, and it catapulted them to getting to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So, um, I like the Josh Jacobs move a lot. As far as him being better productively than Aaron Jones, because this allows us to have a 3 down back, a guy that can
Mm.
carry the ball over 20 times a game, a great check down catching running back that's gonna be. I think he averaging like I forget how much yak he averaged after catching the ball. Um, on check downs. Uh, he can hit you with a home run play.
Yeah,
He's a
he's like
playmaker.
Jungle to Jones.
Yeah,
He's like Jungle, yeah.
he's shifty. Um, Not only that, we kind of probably cleaned up the 3rd-and-1 situation, 4th-and-2 situation when we
How is
need
his
some.
how is
Hold
he
on, B Mac.
how is his
Hold on, B Mac. Hold on.
okay. Now I can bring up his injury I mean history. Like, is he doable? Like, does he play?
Well, injuries are unpredictable, man. You really can't predict how injuries gonna happen. I'm just going based off
Um,
of he can carry the ball over 20 times a game. He's a more reliable back in a backfield than Aaron Jones. We don't have to limit Aaron Jones to 15 carries a game, and then we got to rely on receivers to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? We got to get a ball to AJ Dillon, who's not really good on short yardage downs. You know
you know.
that eliminates that problem. You know what I'm saying? Like now that you
Mhm.
got Josh Jacobs, you got a shifty, quick bruiser kind of running back that's going to get you the 3rd-and-1. That's going to get you the 3rd-and-2. That's going to pick up the 3rd-and-3. You could check down to him on 3rd-and-6. You know what I'm saying? 4th-and-2, 4th-and-1. He'll be available to be open to make those type of plays. So I like that play offensively. Not only that, he can pass block. He could do the same thing Aaron Jones do. He can pass block. Um, as far as Xavier McKinney, I think this is his. I think he played 3 years with the Giants. Um, he was under Wink Martindale's defense. Wink is pretty good at a pretty good defensive coach. He played on the youngest defensive team in the NFL last year with the Giants. So of course his numbers gonna look good because he had I think 78 tackles, 3 interceptions, and that's one thing that I do like about the McKinney pickup is that back there he's gonna be able to take the ball out of the air because the Giants I think led the league in takeaways the second half of the season. They just started intercepting the ball and causing fumbles and all kind of havoc and chaotic shit for offenses during the last stretch of the final stretch of the season. So I do like that. 68 million. I mean, we paying him more than we paid Adrian Amos when we got him in free agency from the Bears. We gave him 60 million. But I do think that in Xavier McKinney's contract, he will have to restructure his second year. That's being put in damn near everybody's contract that's getting a big, large sum of money, they automatically have to abide by restructuring the second year of the contract. Now, when we get to Aaron Jones, we're gonna dig a little more deeper into that. But just based off of these two pickups, I like the move. It's very aggressive by Goot again, which led us to get to some NFC championships with those three guys we picked up that you said in the past.
Yeah.
Zadarius Smith, Adrian Amos, and Preston Smith.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I like the aggressive. I like especially on the first day. You know, the Packers really don't do shit in free agency on the first day at all. You know, they kind of like try to get something. But this was at the time when we was dealing with Aaron Rodgers on his last leg of his career. So, like I told y'all, we was just gonna get a bunch of ancillary guys that were just entering into their prime. Now with Goop going after a young Josh Jacobs still entering into his prime as a running back, and then you got a young guy in Xavier McKinney that can grow with this defense and Jeff Hafley. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this Xavier McKinney pickup was to help. Oh, shout out to Showtime. Aaron Jones. He just hit me up on Instagram. I gave him a nice little thank you for
Oh,
his help.
that's good, man. That's
Yeah,
cool.
him. I got like I said, man. I got a chance to see you play live. You know what I'm saying? Great athlete. You know,
Yeah.
good luck to you out there in the future, man. Wish you could have stayed a Packer, but hey, things change. That's how business works. But yeah, I think the Xavier McKinney pickup was something that Jeff Hafley was probably looking at when he was looking at film and watching all of the Packer games last year. You know, you start looking at what the other team can provide too. Even though um, one of the other things that I like about this pickup, thank God the Giants were sorry as shit last year. Thank God they was trash because this gave Xavier McKinney a
They
lot of experience, a lot of
they
play time.
still beat us though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
did. Yeah, he did beat us. But that's what I'm saying. This
yeah.
get that him playing for the Giants gave him a lot of experience, gave him a lot of time to really, really see what these offenses could do out there. And maybe it was something in that game when we played the Giants that stood out. Because you
Mm,
got to think after these games, these players be coming up to these hey, man, I'm going to be a free agent next year, man. You know what I'm saying? Look out for me. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need somebody, I'm willing to come play for y'all. Stuff like that be going on. Stuff like
yeah.
that goes on. So I like the aggressive move by Goot early. You know what I'm saying? Take care of some of the big issues, get them out of the way. It's unfortunate that some guys that we love won't be here, but we'll get into it when we step into this next topic, man. So yeah, shout out to Goop, man. I like it. Um, and we kind of covered. We'll cover it last. Let's talk about it, man. I'm gonna let you have the floor. Go ahead, Aaron Jones, Bakhtiari. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, Bakhtiari, I was rooting for him to go. He needed to go, long overdue, in my opinion. But I wish him well. He done some great things on the field when he was healthy. So Bakhtiari, shout out to you. Wish you future endeavors, and you'll always be a Packer. And hopefully, we can get you name in the ring of honor and be in the Packer Hall of Fame because you deserve it. Now, out that the way, onto Aaron Jones. Oh God, I hate this. I hate this move, man. I think Goot dropped the ball on this. Like I said, I mean, he did good today, but he did bad at the same time because I think we should have kept Aaron Jones, man. Now I get it, the injury history, I get it. You know what I mean? Can't stay on the field. Can't. I mean, but I don't really think his injury history is bad than what we think it is. I think the last 2 years he played like 15, 16 games. Like I think this is the only time that he missed multiple games. So, but when he's on the field, man, the man produces, man. And don't act like, well, he doesn't show up big in those games. No, because some reason we refuse to give him the ball and utilize him. Like they're doing like last year, Rogers last year. there was games that's like, why Aaron Jones not getting the ball? Why Aaron Jones not getting the ball? And then this year there's some games, why Aaron Jones not getting the ball? And then when you put the ball in his hands, he can do damage. We saw it against the Cowboys in the playoffs, man. 3 touchdowns. I think he had like over 100 yards in that game. He was part of the main reason why we won that game. And Jones do well against the Cowboys every time we face them. So I don't know what's up with that. I mean, that's great. Fuck the Cowboys. What I mean, and their fans and Jerry Jones. But I just think that we should have kept him. I think I think we could have had a dynamic duo at the one back position. I definitely love the Josh Jacobs signing, because remember I text you. I said, I was so excited. Like, we got Josh Jones. Let's fucking go. Because I knew that I thought that we was gonna keep. I mean, no, excuse me, Josh Jacobs. I was excited because I thought that we was gonna keep Aaron Jones and have those two. Like a 1-2 punch combo. Like, guys, who are speed. That got speed with the ball, that can do damage with the ball. And then once they released Aaron Jones, man, I was like, I mean, I get some, you gonna disagree. Some Packer fans is gonna say it was the right move. I get the injury history, but I just think we could have kept him on the team, and I think we did him a disservice, in my opinion. And I think, once again, I hate to bring this man up, but he was right about players getting treated the wrong way and not and not getting the proper treatment, that they deserve. And I think today was one of them. Go ahead.
I agree with you on some things you said. As far as Jones being a very, very dynamic player, in the backfield. Like, the dude is a play breaker, playmaker. He make things happen. But it's more on consistency, and the the best ability is availability. And if you're not available, you know, to help win some of these crucial games that probably would have put us in a better position in the playoffs, the Green Bay Packers are looking at that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I think the Green Bay Packers shot themselves in the foot with Aaron Jones by giving them the contract that they gave him. He did what he was supposed to do within the guidelines of negotiation when he signed the contract. He was obligated and abided by taking a pay cut after the first 2 years of his contract. He did that. He honored that. Now, where things get mixed up is when the organization come knocking on your door again, asking you to take another pay cut. And you like, yo, hold on, that ain't what we agreed on. Even though at the time his cap hit was like at 20 million, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like maybe Aaron Jones and his agent felt that they deserved that 20 million and they couldn't come up with no agreement at the time, and by the Packers going to get Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones pretty much knew he was going to be released. So, bittersweet, but to me, it was the right move. We're going to get a $12.5 million cap hit, by releasing him. But I think we'll save $5 million. We'll just have to eat that money up either this year or next year, or however they're gonna split up the $12 million that they owe him, because they can split it up in two-year payments. It's the same thing that the Broncos are doing with Russell Wilson, and they owe him $85 million after releasing him. Plus, he still gets another $26 million from who? The Seattle Seahawks. So this was a good move because you get the same kind of running back. Even though they paid him the same contract, $48 million, I'm pretty sure after 2 years, Josh Jacobs is going to have to restructure. It's going to be like that in every big contract that you see. Like, the only person that's probably not going to have to restructure their contract is Kirk Cousins, because he's taking less money the first year of the contract. He's only taking $45 million. After that, it balloons up to 100, and then after that, it's 90 million. So, it
Yeah.
depends on how you work out your contract. And I guess that, the Packers and Aaron Jones didn't agree to some certain type of terms where Aaron Jones is probably going to be missing out on some roster bonuses and maybe some offseason workout bonuses that they were probably trying to cut out. And he just didn't reach an agreement, man. But the Packers did the best thing that they could do, and that was go after somebody that has the same amount of talent, if not more, that can do more at the age that Josh Jacobs is at. You're getting a younger, stronger, faster. You get more money. You could get more production out of them than the money you paying them.
Mm-hmm.
So the 48 million, that's nothing when you think
Yeah.
about. Wow, breaking news: Austin Eckler signs with the Commanders. Wow, Austin Eckler just signed with the Commanders. But
That's
yeah,
the
you
running
think about.
back.
Yeah, it's a running back from the
Oh.
Chargers. The Chargers is in. They don't got no money, so they like over the
Oh.
cap $20 million, so they had to let him go. But yeah, when it comes to Josh Jacobs, um, the $48 million, that's nothing compared to what the 49ers paid um, Christian McCaffrey. They gave him $64 million.
Mm-hmm.
The next highest paid quarterback after that was who? Aaron Jones at 48 million.
Yeah.
So this was a great deal. Um, Picking up Josh Jacobs and letting Aaron Jones go. That $12 million ain't gonna mean shit because we gotta remember the salary cap went up 30 million.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said in my video, that was from the COVID years where they cut money back. Remember, they cut money back during the COVID years. When there
Yeah.
was no fans, they took money back. Now they doubled the money.
Mm-hmm.
So they added 30 million. So the Packers was like, we don't really Aaron Jones. Plus the cap is gonna go up even more next year. So they like, we gonna be all right without him. So
Mm-hmm.
but as far as Bakhtiari, yeah, it was time to go. It was time to go. Thank you, Bach. Packer Ring of Honor, probably Packer Hall of Famer. Maybe. I think that, maybe. We have to see, maybe.
He deserves it. Oh,
We
you don't think that's another conversation?
Yeah, that's another conversation for another day. I
Yeah.
hope it happens for him, but just me personally, you know what? He does deserve it. Highest paid left tackle in the league, multiple pro bowler. Yeah, he deserves it. You're right. He does deserve to be in the Ring of Honor. I get that to you. I'm not even gonna argue that. I had a brain fart on Bakhtiari. I just had to have a relapse of how great of a left tackle he was. Or wherever he goes next, he might go to the Commanders next. You never know. But yeah, Bakhtiari, it was long overdue. I just think the whole injury issue and then Aaron Rodgers leaving, I just think that just had a little bit of, the Packers had to, they just like, look, man, we got to move on. We got to get younger. Plus, we could save $21 million off by letting you go on the cap. Yeah, we'll take our chances with that 20 million. But yeah, no love lost from Bakhtiari, man. I wish him the best. I didn't even say anything about I didn't even send no message to him. But let's get into a couple of these questions that I really want us to answer while we on the Aaron Jones and Bakhtiari situation. TR says, "Do you guys think we keep Dylan?"
I don't see him coming back.
Yeah, I don't see him coming back either.
He's
I
probably
think,
gonna go to New York Jets.
well, yeah, that too. Plus, I was hearing that the Packers are really, really big on Emmanuel Wilson having a step up next season, having a not a big role, but an important role in the backfield. Plus, I think the Packers will still draft a running back in this draft because this draft is loaded with a lot of running backs. Once I thought we was gonna keep Jones. Once we got Josh Jacobs, I was like, okay, Aaron Jones gotta take a cap hit if you want to stay with. I was just already thinking that like, oh, he gotta take a cap hit. And it probably would have been a bigger cap hit signing Aaron Jones to 40. I mean, Josh Jacobs to 48 million probably would have been a bigger cap cut for Aaron Jones, and I just don't think he was willing to do it. But yeah, Dylan, I don't know if he comes back. I don't know if Dylan's going to. I mean, if there's no other deal out there for Dylan, if nothing falls through with him for the Jets, then maybe there might be a small contract on the table for 1 year to come back to the Packers, because we have until the week of the draft to still kind of like dig through free agency a little bit. What's your thoughts on the Packers keeping AJ Dillon? You don't think they're gonna do it, B Mac?
Yeah. I just don't see him coming back. I don't. I I think that ship has sailed. Once they will release him, I don't. I mean, like you said, maybe it's a small chance if he can come back on like a 1 year deal, but I just don't see it. In my personal opinion, like I said, I can see the Jets, or maybe he goes to a division rival, maybe the Bears or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
The Bears always take our players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see. Do you see David Bakhtiari or Aaron Jones going to the Jets, or do you?
Uh,
I can see David Bakhtiari going there playing with Rodgers, or Aaron Jones. I can
well,
see one of those two.
well, it depends on what Woody Johnson is willing to do or sacrifice. Because when I read up on Woody Johnson said he's willing to go all in to bringing in some big time players within the next few years with Aaron Rodgers to try to win a Super Bowl. So I don't necessarily think it's going to be an all in year this year, just based
Mm,
off the fact that they don't really have that much draft capital, and pretty much money right now.
yeah.
But next year, I do see the Jets doing something significant in free agency. But
I
Jumping
can
to the
see
Jets, I
Jones.
don't know. I don't know if Bakhtiari want to play in MetLife for eight
Oh
games.
yeah, that's right. That turf. He's
Yeah, I
playing
don't
by
think
that
you want to
turf.
play. I mean, they said they redid the turf, and it was
Oh
less injuries on that field this year.
yeah,
But just seeing the biggest injury of all last year on that field with Aaron Rodgers, the first game of the season in MetLife, that
yeah,
kind of like raised a few eyebrows. But um, I don't know. I don't know. Aaron Jones is probably gonna have to be a team that it's probably gonna have to be a team that got a little bit of bread, got some money to even though he is a free agent and the Packers are obligated to paying him that 12 and a half, who knows what kind of contract he's gonna get. It might be a 3 year 30, it might be the same thing that Saquon Barkley got. 3 year 38 million, 3 year 30 million. It all depends on what who's willing to negotiate and who's willing to pay Aaron Jones what he think he's worth. But it will be a team out there that's going to pick them up. Might not be now, might not be tomorrow, might not be a couple days from now, but I do expect Aaron Jones to be and David Bakhtiari to be playing football. But David Bakhtiari has to be medically cleared before the beginning of the season. So that might have a lot of teams kind of push back a little bit on going after Bakhtiari. But if his medical, you know, come out perfect and clean, then I'm pretty sure he'll be on the team. Not, I don't know if it's going to be necessarily with the Jets, but somebody going to want these players.
yeah.
Somebody's
I can see Jones and not the Jets. I can see him going to a divisional rival, maybe like Minnesota.
who
Jones.
probably. You never know. We might see Justin Fields in Minnesota. Now that Kirk Cousins is with the Falcons, we
Yeah.
might see Justin Fields get traded to Minnesota. So you never know. What's up? What's good, Milto?
Milto. Hello, Packers. Uh,
Um,
What's up, man?
all right. Let's get into it now. Goot's big moves. Now, Goot made some pretty big, significant moves today in free agency. Um, Some Packer fans agree with it, some Packer fans don't. But what do these moves tell us? What are these moves telling us? What is this move? What do these two big moves tell you? Or what do you get or garner from these two moves, B Mac? Just seeing what you're seeing right now on the first day of tampering, legal
I
tampering,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we seen Goot did this before,
right?
but I mean, I think Goot telling us that he's all in. You know what I mean? We have a young quarterback. We're gonna have to pay him pretty soon. We might have to pay him this off season. If not, maybe and the next off season. So maybe he's we um I mean, we did this with Favre, we did this with Rogers, that we get these players in free agency,
Right.
and we like with Reggie White. Now I'm not saying Josh Jacobs and McKinnon are those type of players, but Rogers with Charles Woodson and
Wow.
just
My
what
bad.
happens?
Darnell Savage
What's going on?
to Jacksonville.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was I saw that today.
Wow. All right. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that today. So that's why they got McKinnon. So these are just replacement moves that Goop made. Um, I yeah, man. I guess Goop's trying to say. Well, the more I think about it, are these all in moves, or these are replacement moves?
Um,
Because these feel like replacement moves. Now Savage gone, Jones is gone. You know what I mean? I feel like Goot just had to like Goot don't want to go. Goot don't want to be like
but
you
this is
know
the difference though. This is the difference though.
yeah.
It kind of seemed like the similar. What the hell? My bad. That's my
That's all
got
right.
now I got a text message from when I go on my trip to Atlanta, my vacation. But
Mhm.
yeah, these are the similar kind of moves, but the difference with these moves are that this time the players are younger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're younger. This gives the Green Bay Packers a chance to, groom these guys and to how they want them to be. Of course, Josh Jacobs already solidified himself as to being, a top running back in the league. So we already know what to expect from him. But with the Xavier McKinney um, signing, he's going to be the starting safety. Period.
Yeah.
He's starting
Yeah.
that with that kind of money you giving him, which I like that the Packers did. Because if you look at the money that the Packers, they spent way more money when we picked up Zadarius, Adrian Amos, and uh, Preston Smith. They spent like over $120 million in that in free
Yeah,
agent.
yeah, yeah. And then we got what's his name, the tackle there.
Yeah, 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 and
Billy Turner.
yeah, Billy Turner. That's right. Yeah, who
Yeah,
went to the Jets, who
yeah.
followed, who followed, uh,
The Daniel Hackett.
yeah, followed Hackett to the Broncos, then followed them to the Jets. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, this I think this is probably the biggest we gonna go in free agency this year with just the base, over $110 million just spent on two players. Um, but TR is crazy.
oh, what's up with y'all? Oh, what do you say? Vikings are just looking to buy some. Yeah, yeah. The Vikings are on a tear down. I mean, if I was Justin Jefferson, man, I'd demand a trade because the Vikings are going to be in real. The Vikings are going to be back in the basement, man, which I'm kind of happy
Yeah,
about.
yeah, but yeah, but back to these signings. I mean, as far as Josh Jacobs, I don't think he's gonna have a problem learning this offense, especially when it gets time for training camp. I expect Josh Jacobs to be working out with Jordan Love uh, sometime this offseason to kind of get familiar with each other. Um, with Xavier McKinney. I like this signing, especially for the money that they signed him at 68 million. That lets me know that the Packers is trying to bring that secondary market down. And that's why
Mm.
you've seen a lot of these guys, safeties and corners get cut because of how expensive they're going to be. You look at Jair Alexander's contract, 84 million. Yeah. Now you're about to see the market change for safety. It might get dropped down to around 50 million just based off of what Xavier McKinney got paid. You got to think about guys like Jalen Ramsey getting 100 million. You know what I'm saying? It was a few other guys that got $100 million contracts, big time contracts at the cornerback position, which I will still expect the cornerback position to still be a little around that range, 80 to $90 million, just based off the fact that somebody got to go out there and guard Devontae Adams. Somebody got to stop Tyreek Hill. Somebody got to match up against Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? Those type of receivers, they ain't no joke. So you got to pay somebody that kind of money that's going against a receiver that's making that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. But as far as the safety position, I just think by all of those cuts, especially what the Buffalo Bills did, cutting damn near almost a whole secondary, I think that's real. I think they're gonna try to drive that safety price. I think they're gonna try to drive it down, just based off of how much McKinney got paid. But with McKinney being in this offense, I mean on this defense, I think it's probably the biggest move today over the Josh Jacobs move. And I say that because you got somebody, hey, the Packers paying me 68 million. Okay, I gotta go out there and play. He's young. You're gonna get the most out of him. I'm pretty sure the Packers are gonna. This saves the Packers. It's all about draft capital. This is why Good is so goddamn smart. This is why he's smart. Now you don't gotta waste your first round draft pick on a safety. You could wait till the third round, fourth round to pick up somebody that's still hanging around that's good. You know what I'm saying? You could use that first round pick now to probably fix the offensive line a little more. Go get a guard or fucking another left tackle, or you can pick up another cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of how we don't know how Stokes is going to end up, or what's going to happen with him and his significant injuries. You could do whatever with his first round pick now. He
And
could do
again,
whatever.
you
Get
got a
another
ton
edge
of
rusher. Get another linebacker. Fill up the
wide receivers.
Devondre Campbell spot with another big time linebacker. Like
Yeah,
it's a whole lot of possibilities. I like what Goot did. He set himself up nicely for the draft to where he don't have to be, oh, we got to get a safety and that safety don't pan out. Oh, we got to go get another running back and that running back don't pan out. But now Goot, his eyes are set on the draft. I think he picked up one of the two biggest pieces that he needed to um,
and we got
straighten out.
and we got a ton of ammunition too in the
Yeah,
draft.
especially at the receiver position. Like I still think we
Yeah.
will have the receiver, but I would like for us to get somebody that's close to the size of Christian Watson,
Hmm.
close to his size, not exactly 6'5", maybe a 6'3", maybe a
Hmm.
6'2", 6'3", a guy that can stretch the field because I just have a feeling that he might have a limited time in this offense next year. And I think the Packers, this is going to be the last year of his contract going into this year. So if he want to get re-signed again, this is a year where Christian Watson going to have to go out there and put up some pretty big numbers. I think he's going to have
Yeah.
to go put up some pretty big numbers. But I would like to see Goot go get somebody close to his size. Just
Hmm.
it was some nice running. It was some nice wide receivers in the combine that I watched. What's the other guy that ran like a 4.21? Got the fastest time in the combine. Xavier Worthy, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I seen when I watched the combine. I seen some nice, talented running back. I mean, not running backs. Yeah, running backs as well. Running backs and wide receivers. And this draft is loaded with talent, man. This
Yeah.
draft is loaded with talent all over the board. So, but yeah, if I'm good, I'm thinking just like TR just said right now, uh, getting some offensive line depth. If Joe Alt can fall in our laps, I would love for us to pick him up, get Joe Alt, but I'm pretty sure somebody gonna snatch him. Um, TR said, "Are we bringing back Royce Newman?" I haven't read or seen anything like that. Um, but I am kind of concerned about Josh Myers and our right guard position. Those are one or two positions that I'm really kind of concerned about because Josh Jacobs, not only is he a running back that can run to the outside, he can run in the inside behind in between the gaps. So
Mhm.
I think that's going to be very important for Goot to really try to load up or try to find somebody in free agency if they cheat. But if not, I mean, anybody new coming in, who knows the offense better than Royce? You know what I'm saying? It's just that Royce ain't talented enough to accommodate the offensive line like the Green Bay Packers thought he would be. But we still got Sean Ryan out there, and it's a lot. This offensive line has a lot of question marks. I'm not saying as far as like performance because they did perform well late during the season, but as far as like all of the mixing and matching and putting in different starting O lines every week, I don't want to see that next year. I want to see us go
Yeah.
out there with our solid five guys, and we stick with that until an injury pop up, and then we just put somebody in that could just fill the void. But all of this, AJ Dillon personnel, and then three linemen coming off the field and two coming on, and then you got two tight ends blocking just so AJ Dillon could get 3.2 yards.
Mm.
So it got to make sense at the end of the day, man. But that was a great
Yeah.
question, CR. Great question. Uh, Yeah, that's another thing I was going. What I told. I think we was in the chat with the Outlaws. Um, yeah, I don't see a running back getting paid over 50 million this year in free
Mm.
agency. I just don't see it. I don't
Yeah.
see it unless the Commanders wind up paying paying Austin Eckler over 50 million.
I think Saquon Barkley. I know he went to Philly. I think the Philly gonna pay him.
They paid him 38 million.
Saquon.
Yeah, they paid him 38 million, and he ain't gonna do
Yeah.
nothing but be a blocker because now look where he went to. He went to go
Yeah.
play with another running quarterback. Danny Dimes was a running quarterback. I think one year
Yeah.
Daniel Jones had more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he going right back over there, you know,
Yeah.
to going back to the same situation. You playing behind Hurts, another running quarterback.
Yeah.
Um, and the Eagles, man, they at the point with they roster where a lot of guys are gonna start retiring within the next this year and in the next 2 years. You're gonna see a
Mm.
lot of guys retiring. So sooner
Yeah.
or later, the Eagles gonna have to face facts. Um, yeah, Barkley took 26 million for 3 years. Yeah, he just gonna be a glorified blocker. He gonna block for Hurts.
Mm.
So the Eagles, I think within the next 2 years, you will see them rebuild. I mean, as far as like not offensively, maybe on the
Hmm.
offensive line, but defensively they're gonna have to rebuild. And yeah, the Eagles, man, they're gonna have to try to get younger because they receivers gonna be older. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be tricky for the Eagles,
Kelsey
man.
that's retired. And for Lester Cox is retired too. So
Yeah. See the model standard that we seeing right now in the NFL
yeah.
is being presented to us by the San Francisco 49ers, the Green Bay Packers, and I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it,
Hmm.
but the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
I hate saying, but that's what the NFL is being modeled to right now. It's what it's being modeled to. getting young, talented guys, getting as much draft capital as you can get. And it's crazy how you could get a lot of compensatory picks. And the 49ers have been uh, very successful in doing the uh, what do they call it? DEI hires,
Yep.
diversity, what was it? Diversity, equity, and inclusion hires. That's what they do. They hire a lot of minorities, and that's how they get these compensatory picks. And oh, y'all had a black defensive coordinator as a coach. Okay, y'all get two compensatory picks. Oh, y'all put a dude from Zimbabwe on y'all roster, and he played kickoff return for 4 games in a row. That's another
Mm.
compensatory pick. So that's how the 49ers be working themselves in to gain draft capital by doing a lot of DEI hiring, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it got them to a Super Bowl, so hey,
It
you got
lost.
yeah, you got to try to get there somehow. But
Yeah.
as far as like the way things are still being traditional, the Green Bay Packer way is still the best way to go at draft and development and
Yeah.
going after. I think Goop. I'm not gonna say he hit a home run with this with the first day in free agency. Oh, I heard wrong. You are right. So yeah, yeah. He got like 38 million. Yeah, 38 million for 3 years. And he probably gonna have to restructure after the first year. And then they still might cut him his third year. Hey man, we don't give a damn about that 12 million because like I said, the salary cap is gonna go up. So all of these dudes that's on these 12 million, 10
Yeah.
million dollar deals, they gonna cut them. I will eat that. That ain't nothing. We'll eat the 10 million. We'll just eat it by,
Yeah.
making somebody else restructure for the 10 million. You know what I mean? So I think that
Yeah.
the Devondre Campbell cut put the icing on the cake for Aaron Jones, I think.
Mm. Yeah.
I think that put the icing on the cake for Aaron Jones. So but yeah, man. Uh it is what it is. Goop made some great moves. I'm not gonna say he hit a home run, but I do like the direction he's going in as far as what he's looking for in the draft. Like I
Yeah.
think I think Goop knows what he's looking for in the draft. Like just seeing, oh damn, y'all let us get McKinney. Oh, y'all let us get Josh Jacobs. Oh shit. All right, we got second base, we got first base and second base covered. You know what I'm saying? We got
Yeah.
two on right now. We got two on right now. So uh I like Goot's moves. I like them, man. I mean, I like them. The more and more I look at it, the more and more I see where he's going. Where okay, we got to give Jeff Hafley some help. Boom, Xavier McKinney. Okay, let's really fix this backfield with the running back position. We need a consistent, uh, durable, a running back we could get a ball to 20 times a game. We don't have to mix it up with another running back. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think another reason why Goot let AJ Dillon go because he probably just based off of how the offense was struggling and they needed to rely on him some more. He probably was asking for more than what they was willing to pay, man, in the
Mm-hmm.
negotiation. So you got to look at it from that angle too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I said in my video when they seen when these players seen the salary cap go up, they got on the phone with their agent. Hey man, that salary cap that went up 30 million, man. Wait, hey, can we stretch some more money out their pockets?
Yeah.
So look at Kirk Cousins. He basically set the market 180 million for 3 years. He set the market for the quarterbacks, for free agent quarterbacks.
Damn.
He gonna be
And
the
he's
highest
coming
paid. He gonna be the highest paid quarterback
off of
next
torn
year.
Achilles. He's coming off on torn Achilles too.
Yeah, that too. and he gonna be the
So
highest paid quarterback next year at
damn.
$100 million, fully
Yeah.
guaranteed. Yo, that's insane.
Yeah.
He said, "Do y'all?" He said, "Y'all think Dre got cut or just wanted to go? We all know he wasn't happy at the end of the season." I think,
Devondre.
yeah, Devondre Campbell. I think, like, if you watch a couple of his uh interviews after the game, the
Yeah.
guy kind of awkward. I'm not gonna say weird. He's an
Oh.
awkward guy. You know,
Yeah.
I think he got put in a bad position having to play hurt when he needed to sit down
Hmm.
and really heal and go through the process of healing and trying to get healthy. Because remember, after he made some comments online,
Yeah.
uh, the organization had to talk to him, man. They was like, look, if you that hurt, take another week off. But right now, we
Mhm.
trying to make a playoff push. We trying to
But I
get this
think
thing.
and I think Quayle Walker playing well too. Kind of think that uh
Yeah. That might have
yeah,
been it. But remember, Devondre Campbell was a Pro Bowler, and then I guess the injuries caught up to him.
yeah.
And maybe,
2021. Yeah, he was a all pro.
and then this is another thing too that we not really thinking about. Just watching these players walk in and walk out of our lives
Yeah.
after they built up so much success of us, being fans of them, is the medical report. You know,
Mm.
maybe there's something significant on his medical report that the Green Bay Packers feel is not going to help them. You know what I'm saying? Uh, get over the hump and try to get to an NFC Championship game. Same thing with Aaron Jones. Maybe that MCL sprain
Yeah.
was like, we on week 6 now, man, and you still ain't healthy. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Hey, what's
Mhm.
going on, Aaron? So I think once we got deeper and deeper into the season without seeing Aaron Jones and start seeing the deterioration of Devondre Campbell's athleticism on the field, I think Goot was just already thinking like, yeah, I gotta let these guys go. I gotta move on. I gotta cut these guys because, you know, right now, Goot, Goot, and Matt LaFleur's mind is where? Where is it at, guys? It's
Uphill
on Jordan Love.
on Jordan Love. Yeah.
It's all about Jordan Love.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. That's why Good is making these kind of moves. It's all about Jordan Love. I told y'all when we drafted him, they want that red Ferrari out there on the streets, man.
Yeah.
They want that shiny, bright red Ferrari out there on the streets. And they
Hmm.
finally get a chance to do it. So you got to put premium gas in that damn tank.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You can't do the old 600 SL Mercedes Benz like Aaron Rodgers. After a while, you'd be like, man, I ain't about to put no more premium gas up in this bitch. We finna use unleaded, man. We finna use the cheapest
Well,
gas.
he did one.
Get us from point A to point B.
Well, yeah. Well, the one thing that backfired on them is him winning back-to-back MVP. So that's why they
Yeah,
had
that
to
did.
keep him
Yeah,
longer
that
as
did.
they did. If he didn't do that, they would have let him go after that year.
Yeah, that's true. I totally
Yeah.
agree. All right,
Yeah.
man. We gonna close it out. Who I think
Man.
was the biggest winners in division, the division winners for today, I'm going to have to give it to the NFC North division, man. I'm going to have to give the biggest winners in free agency tampering. I got to give it to the NFC North. The Packers made some pretty big, significant moves today. Um, so did the
The
Vikings.
Lions.
The Vikings picked up, I think the Vikings picked up 3 linebackers. I
Mm.
think they picked up 3 linebackers. Um, Detroit, I forget who Detroit picked up. I forget who they picked up. Let me see who Detroit picked up. Uh, Detroit picked up Jonah Jackson, a guard. They paid him 51 million. Oh no, they lost it. They lost a guard. They lost Yeah, they lost their guard to the Rams. Let me see.
I think the Bills picked up a running back too, right?
Yeah, they picked up Devondre Swift, a running back we already dealt with that was on the Lions.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
uh, the Bills are taking the Bills take the Lion scraps.
Oh
Did they take
shit! Oh my
all
god!
scraps?
They
Did
picked
they
up.
take the Viking scraps? Did they taking other NFC North opponents
Oh
as
my
scraps,
gosh,
man?
man.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. See, Minnesota, they picked up a linebacker. They picked up a linebacker. Um,
did the Lions pick up somebody?
Detroit picked up a defensive end. Yeah, they picked up a defensive end. Detroit.
Mm,
Who else? Yeah, that's it for right now. That's
mm.
it for right now. I guess I got to update the free agency tracker so I can see what everybody else did. But yeah, man, I think the Green Bay Packers. I think the Green Bay Packers won the day, first day of tampering. Um, those are some pretty big, significant signings for this team, and yeah, yeah, I think the NFC North division is probably going to be a little bit better than it was last year. I'm not gonna put them on the same caliber as what was a good division last year? The NFC East.
The AFC North, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah, yeah.
say them.
Yeah, AFC North. Yeah, I'm not gonna put us right there where the AFC North is, because man,
Yeah,
that was a nail biter last year for them in that division. I mean, every game
yeah.
counted.
I
Every
mean,
game.
the Ravens kind of ran away with it at the end, though.
Yeah, at the end, yeah, they
Yeah,
did. They sure
yeah.
did.
But you're right; it was kind of close.
Yeah, it was close because I think almost every team could have got into the playoffs.
Yeah. Joe Burrow got hurt
Yeah, yeah,
midfield,
yeah.
so he
As
didn't.
soon as he
So
got
they
hurt, it
missed.
was like, oh man.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, man. But
yeah.
yeah, I think the NFC North is gonna be a little test for everybody next year.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. I think the NFC North
Yeah.
is gonna be better. But I mean,
Do
not the Chicago Bears,
Do you
but
think we are the favorites to win it? Do you think we can win it next year with the moves we made, or do you think we gotta see after the draft?
after the draft, after the
Yeah,
draft, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So right now, the nod still goes to Detroit.
I still give the nod to Detroit. I
Yeah,
still give.
you never know, things can happen.
Yeah, yeah. Things can,
Year to
but
year, things
but
change.
not by much. Not by much.
Yeah,
Slight,
like yeah,
slight. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Because hey, it almost got to that point where we could have been flying up to Detroit for the NFC Championship game. It
yeah.
almost
It did. Yeah,
it got close.
yeah. We got close.
Got
We were a
close.
few plays away. We got close, but
You damn right. You damn
yeah,
right, B Mac. You
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So
yeah. So yeah, man.
man, I
You will
want to.
never know. You will never know.
Oh, Big Nate just hit us with some news right quick.
Packers related.
Nah, Detroit related.
Oh, Brian Burns. He said Brian Burns traded to the Giants. Oh, we knew
Oof,
that. Uh,
oof.
uh,
That's
Brian Burns. Uh, Brian Burns went to the Giants. Uh,
man, that's pretty
uh,
big.
yeah, that's a good trade for Detroit. I
Yeah,
mean, no, for the Giants. I mean, I'm sorry.
yeah. Especially after losing Xavier McKinney. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But
I still think that the Giants are gonna be shit, but well, maybe they
oh,
might
no, no.
compete
He
for a
he
playoff
played he
spot.
played on Carolina. He played on Carolina. I'm thinking about the other guy. The other guy,
Oh,
Branch. That's his name. Branch for the
oh,
Detroit Lions.
yeah,
That I was like, damn, they let him go. That motherfucker, he a
yeah,
rookie. I was like, he
yeah.
was a rookie. But yeah, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big move. Big move. Big move.
Yeah, man.
But Carolina let go of a young guy like that.
Mm.
But yeah, man, we appreciate all of y'all stopping by, man. MTC, I thought it would be later than this. I just text B Mac like, hey man, you trying to go live? While all of the moves were hot and heavy right now. So yeah, man, we're gonna try to link up back with y'all. Big Nate, I'm gonna hit you in the text, man. I'm gonna hit you in the text, man. Uh, something for next season, about something for next season that I think will all be beneficial to the crew. So yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for stopping by to MTC. You know what I'm saying? Where we talk about the greatest football team in American sports history, the Green Bay Packers. And man, we'll try to see you guys again next week. But me and BMAC will be live for the draft. We'll be live for the draft. I'm gonna be off that whole week. Once I come back from Atlanta, I'll be ready to rock and roll, and we could be live for the first day, second day, and then on the third day we'll do a recap while the draft is still going, because I think that'll be like the fifth, sixth, and seventh round is on the third day. I
Yeah.
think the second, third, and fourth is on the second day. So yeah,
Yeah.
man, we're gonna be live for the picks.
Mm-hmm.
So be looking forward to that. Hopefully we could probably get a few more people to jump on the live with us so we could talk Packer football and the draft. So yeah, I know I talk shit about the draft, but this time I'm gonna try to do a little bit of homework so I could have some information for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And read up on some of these guys that the Packers have hosted workouts with. I know a lot of these guys are gonna be that didn't do the combine. The Packers are going to be at some of their pro days that's coming up and I think the next couple of weeks. So yeah, man, we'll be back. We'll make sure that y'all know if I got to figure out working this damn what's this shit called, StreamYard and YouTube,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
More, but yeah, man, thank y'all for coming back and for another installment and installation of Moving the Chains with B Mac and Cage TV, man. We'll catch y'all next time. Go Pack Go.
Peace.